try to be like we can easily close the gap when it comes to playoffs.
Mm.
Credit to Elvis Sentongo, who gave us a dub as well when it comes to points. Fidra delivered as well with the experience they have. Clayton Omondi did his job.
Okay.
Soro did his job when it comes to rebounds. He picked up the rebounds. He made assists as well. Imran did an incredible job as well with the rebounds and also the points he gave. Not forgetting Elvis Motevi also did a good job. But I would say the fourth quarter power came back strong because you saw how they scored over 25 points in the fourth quarter. And they were fighting. They're like, let's fight so hard so to win this game. Because the teams which can beat power right now, they just can't beat power. They just been losing games that they can't beat power right now. So when they lose to such a team, everyone will start asking questions. What will happen to power? They recently lost to KIU 100 with over 100 points. They recently lost to KIU and everyone was like, wow. What is this? What is this?
Triple digits.
Leaving that aside, triple digits. Yeah, leaving that aside, looking at the Namongo Blazers, with the bring back of Jimmy, the one we call Jimmy Buckets, Jimmy D, is back into the team, and these first two games,
over the weekend.
He has given us good numbers.
Yeah.
He has given us good numbers. Credit to how the team is playing. They're playing team basketball, not individual basketball. We saw the game against UCU, one of the most best offensive game I've watched in Uganda this season, Uganda basketball this season, because it was full of, when it comes to scoring points. Defensively, teams were poor, but offensively, teams were so good. It's one of the most offensive games I've watched. It was so interesting, whereby both teams were delivering and both teams were doing a good job of offensively. Defensively, well, a lot of loopholes, because I saw created turnovers from the issue side as well as the Namongo Blazers. But generally, everyone on Friday enjoyed that basketball game, and they left. They were like, you know what? Indeed, I've enjoyed this game. People are like so happy to watch such kind of basketball. People watching Chuma scoring over 30 points.
Wow.
Again, his former bosses. That's UCU. But at the end of the day, we enjoyed basketball, and a few things you see us to work on a few things, mainly the defense and reducing on the turnovers. And the sometimes messing around. The point is also doing the same thing. But I would generally say the league is moving on so well. Right now, I can't determine who's going to win the championship, but among us, the four teams, UCU, City Oilers, KIU, and Namongo Blazers, one of them will be champion. We shall see how the playoffs start off, and now, because basketball is into the playoffs, not in regular season. Someone can give you over 100 points, but it comes to playoffs, it's different. So let's see how the playoffs will be. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of basketball, that was NBL with our expert and insider Adson Mugweri. We'll also jump on. We'll go international. We'll talk about the NBA. Your Timberwolves. You had so much hopes with the Timberwolves, but tonight they look to be swept by the Mavs. I think they're going to be swept. The Indiana Pacers, for them, they were swept. There's no problem. Celtics clinched the Eastern Conference Final. The game was played, I think, this morning, 1-0, 105, 102. The Siakams and the group, they will have to fight again next season. Jalen Brown and Tatum, Drew Holiday, the Celtic, they really head to the NBA Finals again. Let's start with the Mavs. I actually also had hopes with the Timberwolves, but surprisingly, they are going to be swept tonight. Unless there's something happens and they force a game 5. Yeah.
The Timberwolves, I was just happy with one thing. Them beating Nuggets. I wanted to see a new champion into the NBA. When they beat Nuggets, and the attitude of Edwards, his attitude makes you love that kid, because at a 20-year-old, the way he talks is a real leader. At 22, but he's talking and encouraging his teammates. Let's go. Actually, he said it even. He's like, 3 games down, it's not something big. We can still come back.
Mm.
Meaning, he still has this heart of like, you know what, I can beat
We can fight
Mavs.
on. Yeah.
Though when it comes to Mavs, they've got two of the best. They've got two of the best clutch players.
Exactly.
Luka Doncic and Irving are a problem when it comes to clutch
Mm.
times.
Mm.
And you see what they're doing in all the 3 games. They're coming up into last minutes of the game and they're closing the games up by themselves. It's either Luka is always making that last basket,
Mm.
but what Irving does in the fourth quarter in the last 3 minutes of the game
Mm.
is something so different. It really shows that, you know what, I'm being experienced here. Is one of the best ball handlers.
Mm.
I was looking at Edwards. He would get tired because marking a guy like Irving is a big problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Irving is a
Yeah.
beast when it
Yeah. One
comes
of
to
the
ball
best
handling.
hands, right?
When it comes to handling that ball,
Yeah. Yeah. One of the
yeah,
best handles. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Exactly.
true.
Mm.
Yeah, leave that aside. For Pacers, I've not been a Celtics fan, but Pacers when Halliburton when Halliburton was out of the game, the third game and the fourth game, and when they lost the third game, they gave away a 15 point lead. They gave away that lead, and they let Celtics take the game and win that game. I told myself, this is done. This is
Mm.
done. But the person we can't forget in Celtics is Holiday. The defense,
Yeah. John.
that defense Holiday has
Wow.
got. That's why he's on the national team of this.
Yeah.
He's one of the most defensive
Mm.
guards people don't want to talk about.
Yeah. A point
One of
guard
the
who
best
can
defensive guards
defend. Very rare. Yeah.
in NBA.
Yeah. Very rare. You even see the
True.
Kyrie Irving, they cannot
Yeah.
do that. Yeah. They cannot
Eh,
defend and do and point guard.
True.
Very unique player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Draw Holiday. Yeah. Okay. This is
Mm.
these are the scores. Let me first read out the scores.
So
The
it
Mavs.
was a it,
Mm. Mavs
mm,
on the okay, they're going to sweep when they're on the brink of sweeping the team Minnesota Timberwolves. Game 3 106 to 116. Luka had 33 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Uh, then there was that alley hoop that he gave. Man, the guy is cooking. He's doing a lot of things. And Wolves, they try to double team Luka, but as you're right, you get tired. You cannot double team Luka, especially when most of the players are clutch. You know, you double team in, he swings it
mm.
on the side, and somebody just drops a three. So it's going to really, it was really hard for them. They have to really revise their game plan. I think that will be for next season. Let's pray that they manage to win today and they force a game 5, but that is going to really be hard for the Timberwolves. Yeah, so let's move on very fast. Let's close this with the FA Cup. Uh, the Manchester United of all the teams, uh, we have been really looking at our eyes and our hopes have been on Arsenal City, not forgetting that Arsenal
Uh,
won't win anything. Eh? Arsenal won't win anything, and their bitter rivals. Man U are going to really go home with the FA Cup. Did you really? What did you really expect Manchester United to win the game against City? I kind of really predicted it because I feel like Manchester could really match City and they have their number.
I would frankly say I didn't expect Manchester to win this game. I didn't expect them to win this game.
Mm,
But with the spirit of the players, how the players played that football, I can't forget that pass from Bruno Fernandes.
mm.
It's still in my head. The way he passed the ball to Mino,
Yeah,
Kobe Mino is still in
could
my
be
head. I'm
minor,
like,
man.
this guy is just, he has the vision. Yeah, it's just the vision. But the pass
Mm,
from Bruno Fernandes
mm,
to me was the highlight. Not the goal, but the pass from Bruno Fernandes was the highlight. I'm like, what a
mm.
pass. I told myself, I even
What a
told the person I
pass.
was with, I'm like, have you seen that pass? Guys, like, guy was celebrating the goal. Guy was celebrating the goal. I'm like, leave the goal aside. Have you seen
Sorry,
the
the
pass from Bruno
pass.
Fernandes?
Exactly.
The guy
Self-awareness.
was like,
Mm.
the guy was like, the guy told me, school now. The guy just told me one thing, school now, analysis really too much.
But the
I'm
pass was
like, I'm
good.
like,
Yeah, the pass was good.
I'm like,
The pass was good.
the pass was good.
Yeah.
Also, Ganacho's first goal,
Mm,
Ganacho's goal, the way he put pressure on the defender and the keeper
mm,
moved out, and
yeah.
what next? He scored an empty net,
Mm,
an empty net. I would say Manchester fought so hard. Then seeing Kevin De Bruyne being substituted in the 56th minute, I'm like, what is Pep Guardiola trying to do? Because he's removing his quite a midfielder at that
mm,
time, whereby he has like over 33 minutes or even 40 minutes,
mm,
and you're substituting a guy at that time.
mm,
What does it say? Man, I'm like,
yeah.
what is he trying to prove? What is he trying to show? You know.
Mm. But
But
yeah.
generally, Manchester played
Mm,
good football.
mm,
Uh, watching Amrabat with a kind of actually
mm.
in the last 3 games of of Manchester, Amrabat has gone one of the best players for Manchester United.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. You're right. Yeah.
is
Mm,
a beast into that midfield, and you saw what he did there.
mm.
Uh, the
Very
Martinez
solid.
coming back into the central
Mm,
defense. Uh, it was a good addition to Manchester United, and at
yeah.
the end of the day, you saw what he did to Haaland.
Mm,
He was bullying him and doing everything
yeah.
to the guy, and Haaland doesn't want that kind of
Yeah. The
defenders. You've seen him
pressure
struggle
all
against
over him. Yeah.
Arsenal this season
Mm,
because of the defenders bullying him. Yes,
yeah.
so generally, I would say congratulations to Manchester United on winning the FA Cup, and now they're going to play Europa football. I'm
Mm,
happy they won it, and such a big club winning the
mm,
FA, now coming back into European football.
mm.
It is so interesting. Though Chelsea was now thrown into Europa Conference League.
Poor Chelsea, yeah,
Uh,
man. Poor Chelsea.
yeah,
Poor
yeah.
Chelsea, yeah.
But at the end of the day, you feel like it's something we need to see, something we
Mm,
need to see, and I'm happy. I'm happy Manchester is back into European football. So at the end of the day, I would say congratulations, Manchester United, and let me hope Eric Ten Hag is still with the club. He won't be
mm.
fired. Like how
Yeah.
the special are saying now. The rumor is that he will
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fired, but let me hope he stays with
I
the club
wanted to
because he's
ask
trying
you.
to build something. You need to give
Yeah.
such a
I
man trying
wanted,
to build something.
yeah.
If
But
it
yeah,
fails,
yeah.
if it fails,
I wanted to
if
ask
it fails
you.
next season, he can be fired. But now let's give him
Yeah.
time.
I wanted to ask you about
Mm.
the Ten Hag situation, because looking at what he has managed to achieve, bringing in Kobe Mainoo, what a player, trusting the Garnachos. Uh, the other there's a defender, Ramuamba, something like that. I mean, you see that the problem is not the coach. I wanted to ask you this question, as you were talking about. Would you give him a chance? Would you still stick with him? Yeah, regardless. But either way, there are no good coaches out there anymore. If Bayern is still struggling and getting company, you get there are no good coaches anymore out there, man. Most teams have really locked up some of these coaches. So would you really stick with Ten Hag next season if you had the choice?
I would, as much as Manchester should. Some people are saying they should let go of him, but
Mm,
they're forgetting that the club struggled so much.
mm.
The club was hit by a crisis of injuries.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
This season, yeah, yeah.
that central that that central defense,
Mm,
a player wouldn't last for over 5 games. After 5 games, is down,
mhm,
and before this one comes, another one's also down.
mm,
Yeah, they struggled so much with a lot of injury. Yeah, and he gambled with the team. He did the gambling. Though at times you make decisions, I'm like, this is competitive. Then also fighting with the fighting with the players. We saw Sancho leaving Manchester United,
mm,
going to Borussia Dortmund on loan,
mm.
because he's fighting with the players. We saw the interview of Cristiano Ronaldo. I was talking about him.
Mhm.
Um, Generally, he needs to cool down his ego,
Ego, yeah.
his pride, and he's
Mm,
like, you know what?
mm,
Yeah, let me work with players. Let me have a good
mm,
relationship with the players,
mm.
so that at the end of the day, we're getting results. But the club should give him some time, to give him a
Yeah.
season, because he's trying to build something. They made the mistake of letting go Van Gaal and what happened?
Yeah.
They struggled because Van Gaal
They
was trying to
struggle.
build something.
Mm.
Van Gaal was trying to build something, and they rushed to let go of him.
Mm.
And now every season, every after 2 seasons, we are seeing a new coach, a new coach, a new coach. The
Mm.
consultant said the former take, caretaker, he practically said
Mm.
the club has a lot of problems from the management to the
Mm.
players. We start with the management first. They should sort themselves and management out before we talk about the players and the coaches.
Mm.
So the management has to do something about their office before you come back to the players and the coaches. But generally,
Exactly.
it was a good season for Manchester because you didn't go
Mm.
trophyless. You won something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Arsenal, the famous elephant just fell off the cliff like that. But anyway, before we really close this up, we're going to talk about the Champions League. I think this weekend we are going to have a Champions League. By the time we come back next Tuesday, we have to give me a prediction. Who do you think is going to win? It's Borussia Dortmund against Real Madrid. Real Madrid going for their 15th European trophy, and Dortmund is going for its second. What's your prediction for this Champions League? Yeah,
I'm giving it to Real Madrid.
I don't know. For me, I don't know. I have a feeling. I have something telling me that Dortmund is going to win this trophy. You saw what happened with Bayer Leverkusen with
And Madrid
Atalanta.
is winning it. And yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah.
I
So,
saw
but
Atalanta, and then Lukman giving us a hat trick. Me
yeah,
as an African, I was happy to see Nigeria doing a good job. Nigeria breaking things for, as in taking
yeah,
down by Leverkusen, and Bayer Leverkusen didn't
exactly.
have any solution, and Atalanta played this kind of
Suffocated them.
defensive football.
Mm.
And at the end of the day, they won their game. Yeah, they won their game. But for Madrid, with that kind of attacking force,
Mm.
and Dortmund, we saw Dortmund has been surviving. We saw them survive against PSG, how they survived
Mm.
against PSG.
Mm.
Uh, Woodworks became woodworks. People were just hitting goalposts instead of into the net. But
Yeah.
with the Madrid attacking force,
Mm.
and a person like Jude Bellingham and a person like
Hello. Uh, uh,
Vinicius, yeah,
yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
hello,
Yeah. Hello. I can hear you now. Yeah.
can
I
you get
think.
me?
Yeah. I can get you. I can get you.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, we want to thank you so
yeah.
much.
Win the Champions League, I'm on
Mm.
the Ballon d'Or. So
Thank you so much.
thank you so much, Emma.
Yeah, Mr. Edson. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful show. We talked about a lot of things, and we are streaming this live both on YouTube and Facebook. Please don't forget to subscribe, follow, and you can also follow Edson on Twitter, Edson Mugwere on Twitter, Sports256 on Twitter. I want to thank you. Cheers. Bye bye.